She's the best-selling author of The Divorce Tango. Please welcome Cheryl Duffy.
Thank you, Clint. Well, it was Saturday, the 24th of November, 2007, and it started off like any normal day for me and my family, but it wasn't going to end that way. My husband and I asked our children to come into the lounge room because we had some news, and I could see the children were very uncomfortable because they could sense something was wrong. I tried to be as brave as I could be, and I said, "Your father's moving out of the house today." And my daughter burst into tears, but she stayed seated. I was too choked up, so I looked to my husband to continue. And he said, "Your mother and I have made a decision that it's best if I move out. So I've leased a place nearby so you can go to the same school and have your same friends, and you'll be able to live between the two houses 50% of the time, 1 week with me and 1 week with Mum." Now, at this point, my son jumped up and just ran out of the house, and my daughter ran upstairs to her room crying. Soon after my husband left, he sent me a text saying he'd be back later to collect all his things. So I felt physically sick, and I did literally vomit, and I replied to my husband, "I can't be here when you do that." And that was the start of an 8-year journey for me, and it was the worst time of my life. I plummeted into despair, depression. I was comfort eating, which just fueled my self-loathing. And I knew that this was going to be the hardest time of my life. It went on for many years, and I don't think it helped that I stayed living in the family home beyond our divorce, and I stayed working at the same company where my ex-husband worked. And my daughter, 6 years later, said to me, "Mum, why don't you put on some lipstick, dress up and go out and have some fun?" And I knew she was right, but I was so scared of being hurt again. But with her encouragement, I went on a health regime, dieting, exercising, and I lost almost 40 pounds. And I decided to sell the family home, and I changed jobs, and I started to rebuild my life. Thank you. The divorce rates are so high, with 53% in the US, 52% in the UK, and 43% in Australia. So you can imagine that half of this room have possibly been through divorce or are going through it. And I'm sure you can appreciate what a traumatic time in your life that has been. I didn't want the 8 years that I wasted of my life to be a waste. So I embarked on helping other people going through their divorce journey. So I help people who are overwhelmed, blindsided, and just don't know where to start with their divorce journey. And I also help people post-divorce who are struggling to let go of their old life and create a new life for themselves. So whenever I look in the mirror each day, I look in my face, I look in my eyes, and I see my new life, not my old life, my new life. And just look where I am today. My new life is awesome.